My ex cheated on me with my childhood best friend. I decided I had to get the truth about our breakup before the two of them vilified me. To my surprise, they didn't say anything about me, but they also didn't out themselves. The two of them kept quiet about the whole thing and I couldn't stand that. Watching as if nothing happened between the three of us. So I contacted as many of our mutual friends as I could to tell them. Some believed me, others thought I was in the wrong, and a few were indifferent but all looked at Jay and Jess differently after that day as I had many details of what they did while those piece of crap effed. After I outed the two of them, I realized I needed to get away from the city. I lived here my whole life, but I had to get away. I just couldn't stand being close to them anymore. I was simply getting boxes of my stuff ready to move when I could, and I heard a knock at the door, and wouldn't you know, Jess was standing right outside. Her eyes bloodshot and she looked like she hadn't slept in days. I barely opened it for her anyways, I just rudely asked, "What are you doing here?" I'm not about to be gracious towards her, and never will again. She asked to be let in, to talk for a minute, and I decided to do so, but not to take her back, to just hear the excuses I know she'll come up with. She started to cry, asking for forgiveness, and wanted to explain why she did what she did. I kept a straight face and didn't say a word while she was speaking. She told me how she felt neglected by me. She told me that with the recent passing of my father, my demeanor changed, I was less happy and less joyful. She was not getting what she needed from me emotionally. She went on to say that Jay comforted her about this and took her side. Slowly she began to fall for Jay as the days went on and one thing led to another. They had intimacy over 10 times before I caught them. After she was done, I told her that if she fell for Jay, all she had to tell me was that she wanted to break up, and I would have accepted them getting together afterwards, but they didn't do so. Instead I saw my first love in bed with my best friend. I told her I was moving away after this, that I couldn't stand being in the city anymore with them. I saw the tears flowing even faster as she heard that. Guess she thought that we could reconcile after what happened. After that I just held onto her hand. She gained a hopeful look in her eyes and I led her to the door, before pushing her out forcefully. She turned towards me, pure sadness in her eyes. "I'll never love you again. Go back to Jay, I'm sure he'll be happy to accept you fully, after all he already did so." I slammed the door in her face after that, and heard her crying outside but didn't care and just continued to relax and pack my stuff. Jay also showed up at my door, but we got into a fist fight.